Well, hello there. Welcome, folks. I am so glad that you are here live or you're watching the replay, and get ready to learn a really, really valuable tool as well as have some fun. So here's what I've discovered. As leaders, we are not here just to be good at what we do, although it's really cool. We're here to be exceptional. But let's face it, even exceptional folks have those moments, those crossroads that can define your leadership journey through struggle. And today we're diving into a transformative exercise that will help you conquer those pivotal moments and really unlock your full potential. So grab a pen and paper, the back of a napkin if you need to. Trust me, you're going to want to capture this. It could be any scrap of paper, any pen, pencil, whatever you have. You see, the journey to becoming an exceptional leader isn't a sprint. We want to at the beginning, we want to have that a sprint. We want to become exceptional right away, but it's not. It's more like a marathon with hills and valleys and occasional roadblocks. And what navigates us through this intricate path of leadership, it's our thoughts. They're actually the compass guiding us, and sometimes into uncharted territories of like self-doubt and stress, and yes, that looming imposter syndrome. And that's why we're introducing a tool today that acts as like your internal GPS. It's not about the ropes of the climb or the carabiners or the actual, even the path that you take. It's about something far, far more powerful, a thought ladder. And this is your mental multi-tool for scaling any challenge, be it in the boardroom or in life. Actually, this works in lots of places with resilience and confidence. So by the end of our short time together, you'll not only understand how to construct this thought ladder for yourself, but also how to use it effectively. And we're talking about a shift in mindset that will redefine how you navigate challenges and seize opportunities. So let's get ready to embark on the journey that will change the way you lead. Are you in? Fabulous. All right, leadership isn't just about strategies and execution. We know that. It's also about the mental game. So picture this. You're leading a team meeting and someone pops up and questions your strategy. And instantly a thought flashes through your mind. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Or perhaps you're about to pitch an innovative idea. You had a fabulous idea and you're going to pitch it to stakeholders, and a nagging thought whispers, hey, what if they think it's ridiculous? These are the moments when your thought patterns can either be your greatest ally or your most formidable foe. Now, thought ladders are your go-to mental toolkit for times like these, when self-doubt and limiting beliefs are holding you back. They're the mental stepping stones that help you climb out of that rut and reach for the leadership potential that you know you have. Imagine being able to reframe that self-doubt during the team meeting, shifting your thought to something like, I've prepared well for this. I stand by my strategy. Or approaching that pitch with the mindset, this is a great idea that could bring real value. Let's be clear. Thought ladders are not a one size fits all solution. There are situations where they shine and others where they're not the right tool for the job. We're going to dive deep into these here in just a minute. For example, if you're in the middle of a crisis, say navigating your team through a sudden market downturn, you don't have the luxury to pause and introspect. Your focus is on immediate action, on making quick decisions based on the best information available. Now, thought ladders are more about personal growth and long-term resilience, which as leaders we all need. They're not the emergency exit in a fire. They're actually the stepping stones inside the building and the steps to the building. So the ladders are invaluable for building your inner resilience and your leadership prowess. And they're really best employed in situations where you have the space to reflect, to grow, and evolve. And it doesn't take very long. Trust me, investing that time in yourself pays dividends in your ability to lead with confidence and with authenticity. And that's what we want to do. Well, let's dive into another scenario here. This time, you're in a performance review. Your director or your CEO praises your accomplishment, but also points out areas for improvement. And the moment you hear the word improvement, your mind might jump to, I knew I wasn't good enough. I knew I should have done this different or better, or tons of regrets. And this is a classic situation where a thought ladder can be a game changer. So instead of spiraling into self-doubt or defensiveness, you can use your thought ladder to climb to a more constructive mindset. Now, your bottom rung thought, the bottom of that ladder where you're at right now, I'm not good enough at my job. Something like that. But what if you could ladder up to a thought like, feedback's an opportunity for growth, or even I excel in many areas and I can improve in others, right? So by consciously shifting your thoughts, you're not just avoiding the emotional quicksand of negative self-talk. You're actually building a foundation for professional growth and stronger leadership. You're turning a potentially disheartening experience into fuel for your journey toward becoming the kind of leader you aspire to be. And this is the power of the thought ladder in action, helping you navigate the complexities and challenges of leadership with resilience and grace. All right, leaders, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get a little bit artsy. Don't worry, you won't be graded on your artistic skills. You're not showing your art. This is all about the heart work and not the artwork. So grab a pen and paper. I mentioned earlier, we're about to sketch our way to a clearer understanding of our thought patterns. All right, I'm going to switch cameras here. Here we go. So first, I want you to draw a simple ladder. I'm just going to draw very simple. And again, like I said, it's not about the artwork, it's about the artwork. And I'm going to draw some rungs on here. You can just simply make it like that if you want to. I don't know why I'm just doing it like this with rungs. There we go. Now, at the top, I want you to sketch a figure. And this can be a stick figure. It can be, this is my wild hair. And then this is your ideal, your amazing self. And I like to put my hands on my heart. That's what I love to do, because this is me being the best me I can possibly be. It's totally my ideal, amazing self. Let me color me with a little blue dress here. So this is your ideal self, thinking the things that you want to be, that you aspire to be. Label it with qualities that you want to embody, like confident or resilient or even innovative. I love being innovative. All right. So I want you to label, you've drawn your ladder, you've drawn a little you at your best self, and you've put a couple, 2, 3 words, maybe even just one, that you aspire to be. Now, you might be wondering, why are we drawing this out? Can't we just talk about it? Well, there's something magical about putting pen to paper. It's like your thoughts are leaving your mind and taking physical form. This tactile experience engages a different part of your brain, which makes the exercise even more impactful. It's not just a mental game anymore. It's a full body experience. Plus, having a visual representation can serve as a reminder of where you're headed. So yes, the drawing is more than just doodles. It's your roadmap to resilience. All right, back to our ladder. Think about a current situation or challenge that's been gnawing at you, okay? Current situation or challenge that's gnawing at you or was gnawing at you, okay? Got it? Think about it. It's probably pretty easy for most of us. Write that thought on the bottom rung of your ladder. This is your starting point, the thought that's holding you back. And let's say you're struggling with maybe leading a team through a major project pivot. Your current bottom rung thought might be, I can't successfully lead this team. Wah, wah. That doesn't feel good, does it? And maybe the thought that you want to think at the very top of this ladder is, I'm an expert at leading teams through change. Let's put that. I'm an expert at leading teams through change. Okay. So whether your ladder looks something like this or whether you can put spaces in there is totally up to you. Now, remember I explained above, thinking that amazing top thought, if your brain doesn't actually believe it's true, it won't get you anywhere, right? So if I say I'm an expert at leading teams through change, that my brain already is onto me. It knows I'm not an expert at leading teams through change. I can't get there, right? So that is actually doing damage thinking this thought right now. Here's where it gets interesting. Our thoughts drive our actions, which in turn drive our results. So if you're stuck on this bottom rung, your actions and results are going to reflect that. In fact, I'm going to draw me right here. My arms up in the air. I'm not happy. I'm like, I can't successfully lead this team. This is terrible. What other thoughts are running through your mind about your tough situation? This sucks. I'm a sucky leader. I am, these people won't do anything, or, upper leadership won't provide the funds for whatever it is. Your thoughts are what are driving your actions, emotions, and your actions, and ultimately the results. So what you can do to get here and actually believe it, because you've got to believe, you currently believe this thought. So you can't go around saying that because your brain's not going to believe it. So what is 10% better than your thought on the bottom rung? So I hope you put your thought, whatever your thought is about your current situation, I hope you've written it on your bottom rung. So what's 10% better? Let's go up 10, just 10%, a little bit better. This is your next achievable step, a thought that your brain can actually get behind. So in our example scenario, the next thought might be, I'm learning how to lead change, right? Or even it's possible. Oops. I love the word it's possible, the phrase it's possible. I can learn how to lead change well, right? It's possible. I love it's possible because that's something that people can believe. You can really believe that it's possible, but only write it if you currently 100% believe that. If you do, write it down. Write down your next 10%. If you don't really believe I'm learning how to lead change or whatever your next rung thought is, then find a different thought. That's just 10% better than that bottom rung thought. Then what you'll want to do is you'll want to sit with this for a little while. And maybe it's a few days, maybe it's a week or more. You get to do you. Keep it on a sticky notes, in your car, on your desk, in your bathroom mirror, until that's the common thought that you think. This 10% better one. Okay. Then what's the next thought that's 10% better than this? Once you know, okay, 100%, I know I'm learning how to lead change. I'm learning how to lead change. Absolutely. That's 100%. And I believe it. And I've sat with that thought for several days or a week or so. Then you can go to the next one. It's possible I can learn how to lead change. Or maybe your next one is even, I can lead some aspects of change well, right? So maybe that's your next one. And you'll want to keep laddering up. If you 100% believe these, so sit with each one of your rungs for several days or a week. And then when you believe it, 100% believe that's true, great. Write it down each time, write them on sticky notes. Recognize it throughout the day. Put it on your phone, on prompts on your phone or appointments on your phone to yourself, and just put it down there so it comes up and you recognize it throughout the day until it's ingrained in you. All right. So continue this process. Maybe you have 4, 5, 10 rungs, right? Filling in each rung after you've believed your current rung, 100%, filling in each rung with a progressively better thought until you reach the top. All right. That's where we want to get, but we're not there yet. These are your stepping stones, your thought ladder that will help you become that amazing leader at the top. Your next thoughts might be, I'm getting better at leading changes. And then I'm competent at leading my team through this, all the way until you reach the top. Now, these intermediate thoughts serve as your stepping stones, I said. What they do, what you're doing when you do this, is allowing your brain to gradually accept the new empowering belief. All right. You've probably heard the buzz about affirmations. Now, let me just clarify this. This is not about affirmations. Those snappy, feel-good phrases you're supposed to repeat to yourself all over and over, right? I am strong. I am capable. I'm a leader. Sounds empowering, right? Here's the kicker. If your brain's not buying what you're selling, those affirmations are about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. So let's delve into the psychology behind this. Your brain is a little bit like a lie detector. It knows when you're faking it. So if you're chanting, I'm a confident leader, while your inner voice is whispering, who are you kidding? Really? No way. You're setting yourself up for a fall. Your brain needs to believe the possibility of what you're saying for it to take root and to flourish, which is why we created the thought ladders. That's where these thought ladders come in. They're like affirmations, but with a strategy. Instead of leaping from self-doubt to self-assurance in a single bound, which, let's face it, is a stretch for most of us, you're actually taking incremental steps. Each rung on that ladder is a thought that your brain can actually get behind and cheerlead for you. For instance, you might start with, I have room for improvement, and then work your way up to, I'm getting better every day at this, and eventually reach, I am a capable and confident leader. Your brain can digest these smaller, believable thoughts, wrap your head around those, and it makes it easier for you to internalize them and therefore act accordingly. And while affirmations are the equivalent of trying to sprint up the mountain, thought ladders are those switchbacks. Have you ever been on a switchback mountain trying to get to the top, but you're going back and forth slowly? Makes that ascent manageable. And the view from the top, oh my gosh, it's absolutely worth it. I will tell you, when you get to that confidence, I have coached so many people to get to that absolute confidence that comes from the inside, not the fake it till you make it kind. I don't believe in that, not a single bit. But when you really get to that and you radiate that confidence from the inside, nothing can stop you. I've felt it. I've been there. I am there right now. I absolutely love it. And I encourage you to join me at the top of that confidence mountain. Now, I did want to talk a little bit about the ripple effect of this as you're climbing that thought ladder. This is where the magic happens as well. Your newfound resilience or confidence or whatever else that you want doesn't just transform you, it also sends waves of positive change throughout your team and throughout your organization. Imagine dropping a pebble into a still pond. The initial splash is you conquering that bottom rung thought, right? That first rung, that second rung. But what follows? Ripples that extend far beyond the point of impact. Your change in thought patterns isn't a solitary event. It influences your actions, but that also influences and affects those around you. So when you start climbing that thought ladder, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your team who look to you for guidance and inspiration. And as you become more confident and more resilient, your team picks up on that energy and they start to think, if she can do it, so can I. There is absolutely number one thing you can do for your team, instead of telling them to have that belief that they can or self-belief, is incorporate it into your own. And when they see you doing that, they might want the same thing. All right. Before you know it, you've created a culture of resilience. How cool is that? Where everyone is empowered to face challenges head on. And let's not forget that impact on your organization's bottom line. Okay, let's look at the bottom line, right? A resilient leader contributes to a resilient team, which ultimately leads to better decision making. It leads to higher employee engagement and improved performance. So it's really a win-win-win situation. Don't underestimate the power of climbing your thought ladder, the power of putting it on paper. The ripples that you can create turn into waves of transformation, not just for you, but for everyone that you lead. All right. Leaders, you have been given a game-changing tool today, thought ladders. And this isn't just another leadership fad or a quick fix. This is about fundamentally changing the way you think, act, and the way that you lead. You're already responsible for teams, for bottom lines, and for making the tough calls. But what if you could do all of that without the nagging self-doubt or the weight of imposter syndrome? What if you could lead not just effectively, but authentically? The thought ladder isn't just a doodle on a piece of paper. It's a blueprint for your mind. It's a strategy that can help you break free from the thoughts that have been holding you back. And when you break free, so does your team, your project, your entire organization. This is about more than just you. It's about creating that ripple effect of resilience and confidence that transforms everyone around you, including you. So don't just file this away, put it into action, because the best leaders don't just inspire change, they embody it. So now you've got the blueprint, it's time to build. I've actually created a step-by-step guide called How to Climb the Resilient Thought Ladder that you can download right now. This isn't just a one and done read, it's a living document, a pocket mentor that you can carry with you to create your own ladders, because you can create ladders for all of those really crappy thoughts sometimes that you think. It's designed to be your go-to resource, something you can refer back to whenever you're facing a challenge or maybe just need a mental reset, right? So this guide is free. It's your cheat sheet for resilience, your playbook for confidence. It's packed with actionable steps, real world examples, even some pro tips to help you climb that ladder faster. So don't just stand there at the bottom rung looking up. Grab this guide and start climbing. It's in the description below. Click on that link, download the guide, and keep it handy, and create your own doodles and drawings, right? Because the journey to becoming a more resilient and confident leader starts with that first step up the ladder. And trust me, once you start, you won't want to stop. Okay. Now that you've got the guide and the know-how, I want to hear from you. Seriously, put whatever thoughts that you have about this thought ladder in the comments, or shoot me an email at stacy@realliferesilience.com, or simply message me on the platform here. Share your thought ladder journey with me. I would love to hear it, and know what rung you're on, right? What challenges have you overcome? I love your stories because they fuel this community, and who knows, your insights, if you put them in the chat, your insights might just be the nudge someone else needs to start their climb. And hey, if you found this valuable, this live, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with other leaders in your circle. The replay, share it. I don't take these down, so go ahead and send other people a link. Let's create a ripple effect of resilient, confident leaders who are changing the game in leadership. So that's a wrap for today. Remember, the climb might be tough, but the view from the top is worth it. Until next time, keep climbing and keep leading.